how to conjugate ER verbs. When you're conjugating ER verbs, or any verb that ends in ER, it's basically all done the same way. You take off this ER ending from the word, and you replace it with one of these endings that match up to each pronoun. One has a specific pronoun that matches up with each ending. Take off the ER and replace it with one of these endings. So je, I take off the ER and add this E. With tu, I take off the ER and add ES, and these all match up with each pronoun. So this always goes with this pronoun. Every time you say tu, you add this ending. It's really easier than people make it seem. For example, we have the word parler, which means to speak or to talk. So when you take parler and you want to conjugate it, you just take off the ER and add these endings. So you still have parle. So when I say I talk, I say je parle, and I add this ending E. With tu, you add tu parle. These all in this boot area sound the same. These ones, however, sound different. So parlons, parler. But these all sound the same. Parle, 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 parle. It's pretty simple to remember. So for example, we'll show you how to conjugate one. How it is. We talk in English. I write out the pronoun nu, and I have the word parler. But I take off the ER, because that's not what matches up, and I add the word that always goes with nu. O-N-S. So that's how we say we talk. If I wanted to do the same thing for she talks, I write the word for she, L, and then I have parler again, and I take off the ER and add the E. So she talks. You don't want to say she to talk, which is what you would say if you leave it as an ER. You always add that ending that matches up. And that's how you conjugate an ER verb.